Alright, thanks again for clicking on the video. I want to start this one off by thanking those who left those nice comments on my last video. It means a lot to me. A lot of you guys were asking, how do you farm Duviri materials? Because I agree, it was really confusing and annoying. So this video is going to answer that. So when you load into Duviri and you want to get your Incarnon weapons, there are 3 materials that we know of as now. Pathos Clamp, Rune Marrow, and Tasoma Extract. These are the 3 that you're going to need to craft your Incarnon Genesis adapter, and then once you craft them, you'll be able to put it on your selected weapon for the week. Now, Pathos Clamp is only obtainable from the final boss inside of the Duviri experience. Rune Marrow is only obtainable, from what I could tell, in the circuit, in breakable objects around the border of the map. And then Tasoma Extract is only available inside the caves on the Duviri experience. As far as the boss fight goes, it's quite annoying, I will say. Again, you know, your Warframes are completely random what you get, so you may get something very helpful that's tanky, or you may not. So, you know, if you don't get something good, you can actually reset. If you go in and then leave, it'll reset it. So basically, the boss fight, this is the second part of it. There's 3 health bars. You're going to break those rings with an Archon gun that just randomly spawns in the middle. After that, once you actually defeat the boss, it is going to drop 15 Pathos Clamps from the chest. Now, unfortunately, the Incarnon Genesis adapters require 20, so you do have to run this at least 2 times. If you're wondering how to actually get to the boss fight, like here in the video, you actually have to complete all 6 missions within the Duviri experience. Once you do that, the bunny will give you the Orpheus, and you use that to start the boss encounter. For the Rune Marrow, what you're going to want to do is, you can actually farm it while you're in Duviri experience, because for every Duviri experience mission you do, you go into the circuit with your Warframe that you selected at the beginning. What you're going to want to do is just run around the map, look in any kind of crevice that you can, because the Rune Marrow is going to be located around somewhere like that, right here in the video. It looks like that container. You basically just want to run around like an idiot, looking all over the place for that container itself. They kind of spawn randomly. Certain tile sets have better odds than others. The most I've ever gotten on one tile set is 7. So theoretically, if you got lucky and got 7 on all 3, then you would walk away with 21, and because you need 60, so that means you'd only have to do it 3 times. Now, that's in a perfect world, and we don't live in that, so theoretically, you're probably looking at potentially 5, 6, 7 times. For the rest of this section, I'm just going to kind of show you where I was finding the Rune Marrow. Like I said before, it was towards the border of the map on the edges. And I would say on average, you're probably going to find maybe 3 or 4. I got really lucky and somehow there was 7. But I guarantee you the boosters do not affect this material whatsoever. So it's strictly luck on how many you find on any tile set. Now, for the Tasoma Extract, this one, in my opinion, is a little bit easier to get. However, you do have to go inside what looks like these caves, right? The little holes in the grounds, not like a cave like you would say maybe in Fortuna. You're going to want to go into like a hole in the ground that looks like this. You're going to be... Sometimes the objectives are actually in areas like this, so you kind of get 2 birds, 1 stone sort of situation here. But you know, you complete the objective, or if you're just kind of flying around solo away from the objective, you're going to stumble across the Tasoma Extract, and it looks like this. So let's just say, for example, you're like me, you're on your horse, you're flying around, you're going to want to scout for, like I said, holes in the ground. Go up. So see right here, I found one. I'm going to go inside. There are no scanners on Duviri, unfortunately. I believe there's like an intrinsic that you can get eventually, but like right here, these Tasoma extracts are only located in the caves. So you need to find holes in the ground, stuff like that, in order to get it. So as far as how much you're getting per thing, from what I could tell, it's random. I'm not sure if a booster is working with it because it doesn't work with the other materials required for the Incarnate Genesis adapter, but it does seem to be working for the other materials located across the Duviri experience. The most I've gotten in one thing on the ground was 8, and the lowest I've gotten is 4. So expect anywhere between 4 and 8 per thing. If you've come this far, thanks for clicking on the video. This portion is just going to be kind of my ending thoughts on the farm and the Duviri update as a whole. I would say that the update is actually quite good. Despite the bugs, I found that the weapons are definitely worth the grind to get. However, the grind is definitely annoying. I'm just trying to do an optional portion of Duviri experience, and look how many enemies there are. Now, this isn't Steel Path, but even still, it is quite annoying just to get this thing done because of how many enemies there are. And the fact that they all have telegraphed moves doesn't make it any easier. You still have to sit there and abide by their rules. And look, I just went down and that guy wasn't even facing me. If you haven't started farming the Incarnon weapon materials now, I would definitely get going on it soon. The weekly reset for Warframe is on Sundays, and the time of me recording this video right now is on Thursday. So you have another couple days before the weekly reset, so you could actually get 4 Incarnon weapons this week. One last thing I want to add before I end the video. The bugs are quite rampant currently at the time of recording this video. Currently in the Duviri circuit, if you do more than 3 waves, it will glitch your game and not progress, spawning the next objective, which means you'll have to close application, Alt F4, whatever, which means you'll lose any progress, XP, and materials that you've acquired. However, if you farm within the Duviri experience, for every intrinsic gain you make, it is actually a checkpoint for the materials and XP that you've acquired. So if your game does bug out, you can actually return to your orbiter and keep all your materials as long as you have a recently earned decree. That's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I plan on making more Warframe content, so if you like my style and what I have to say, feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think, if I could do anything better. I just started uploading Warframe content, but I've been playing Warframe for about 7 years. So, again, Thank you so much. Leave a comment down below if you want me to make something specific, and I'll try and get to it. Peace out.